Life be lifing. We just talking crazy. Welcome to the show. Yo, what's good, gang? What's good, Grease gang? We back, man. We back in the building. We back here in the shop. It's open again tonight. So please, as you come in, please hit that like button. Please drop a comment. Let me know you're in the building, bro. I know it's been a couple days since I've been on, so trying to work with a schedule. Trying to plan out a type of schedule. Start going with it. So that's why it's been a few days since I've been on. I'm trying to think my schedule, trying to work a schedule. So I think it's gonna be Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for right now. Like 3 days a week out of 7 day a week. I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. Work me a schedule till it change, till something change, till I get 100 people in here want me to go live every night or something like that. You feel me? You know, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at nobody. Sometimes it takes time. So once again, if you build it, it will come. If you build it, it will come. So how y'all doing out there tonight? Hopefully y'all doing good. Hopefully y'all had a great couple of days, a great weekend since I talked to y'all. What it do? You feel me? Well, we finna get into a little content, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just like to greet everybody. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a little content real quick. You know what I'm saying? So hey, hopefully y'all feeling good. Hope y'all ready for it. We're gonna do some little Yeah. That we gonna do. Get into it. You feel me? So let's slide on in here. Hopefully they come in later. Hope they gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? If they don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But as always, once again, welcome to the show. You tuned in to the Talking Greedy show. Mississippi sector, bro. You see it down the Mississippi sector. My Instagram is Talking Greasy. You know, if you want to hit me up by any way about anything, you know what I'm saying, you can hit me up on there. And we're gonna get into it, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, feel free to pop out. If you watch it on replay, feel free to drop a comment. Just let me know you watching the replay. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, we're gonna jump into it, you know what I'm saying? So once again, welcome back to the show. The shop is open. This is Talking Greasy, you know, where it's real spill, real talk, you know, no judging, no bias. Hey, everybody can be everybody. Be who you need to be, or who you want to be, or who you is in this space. We don't judge, we don't criticize. Everybody's opinion matters. So let's get to it. So what's happening, my people? What's happening, man? Like I said, once again, welcome back to, I think, the realest conversation on the internet. That's what I think, you know what I'm saying? So please go on and get comfortable, you know, pull up a little something if you got to. Roll you or something if that's something you do. You know what I'm saying? If that's something you do. Hey, welcome back. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, I think I'm gonna go to the schedule. I think I'm gonna do Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna do Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'm working me a schedule right now, like 3 days a week right now till we turn this mug all the way up. It's headed that way. It's just slowly moving. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no rush. It is what it is at all times. You know, patience is key. You know what I'm saying? You build it, they will come. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you think about that. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, roll up something. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Or fix you a plate. If it's your dinner time, you know, fix you a plate for a little something to eat. Cause tonight, hopefully I don't rub a couple fellas. Hopefully people don't get mad at me. Hey, whatever works for you. Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. I just be wanting to try to make sure it's time, and then it's convenient for people to tap in too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you on that, so appreciate you for that too. Though. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, I think I might be stepping over into the deep end tonight. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I don't rough no fellas. Hopefully, people don't get mad at me. Hopefully, people don't unsubscribe. It is what it is. You know how I don't. Hey, it is what it is with me. I talk about what I feel like needs to be talked about. Excuse me. So we talking about something tonight that I think a lot of people, talk privately with a best friend or a brother or a cousin, that they close to, or a friend girl or whatever, or however it may be. You know what I'm saying? So the question tonight, y'all see the title, it's run away or stay. That's the title. But the question tonight is, should there be a limit on kids when dating? Should there be a limit on kids when dating? Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I did. So I'm just throwing it out there. I just like debate questions. I like controversial questions. I like to play devil's advocate with people. You know what I'm saying? So should there be a number where you look at somebody and say, "I like you," but you got a whole basketball team right there, beloved, sweetie, honey, you got a whole basketball team. I like you, but I don't know. Now, before y'all get mad at me, please relax, because I think we all grown here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't about disrespecting single parents. This ain't about shaming mothers, because you got fathers out there too that have kids. Single fathers out there that doing their thing too. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't about you know a bias on the sexy side. You know what I'm saying? We talking about compatibility. That's what we talking about. Compatibility, capacity, and reality. You know what I'm saying? Because we can make it sound good all day. We can make it sound good all day, but at the end of it, once you get into that situation, can you make it work? Or is that in the back of your mind and you suffering to make this work with the compatibility of this woman because or this man, because now all these factors come into play. You know what I'm saying? Because love sounds good, but the logistics of stuff will humble you. You know what I'm saying? The logistics of stuff will humble you. The love part sounds great. Oh, I love you. I want to be with you. Want to do this and that, this and that. But the logistics part of it will humble you. And so I'm gonna start here. Now, back in the day, I don't know. I don't know who all listening on how old they is, but back in the day, your grandma, I know mine did. My grandma had one of them had 11 kids, and no, I'm sorry, one of them had 8 kids, and one of them had 13 kids, I think. I think now, and a husband, okay, and a husband, you know, and somehow everybody survived. Uh, uh, and you know why? I think it was because of a structure, structure, community, one household, one system. That man wasn't texting or inboxing 3 different women, and it wasn't a problem about who had the kids for the weekend. It was one house, one set of rules, one electric bill. You feel what I'm saying? That is his or her preference and what they can handle. That's true. That's true. But okay, but then at that point, and I understand your point because that's how I think too. In the grand scheme of things, this is him or her preference. But what about when it happens to you? You know what I'm saying? Or what about when uh, uh, you see it or you feel some type of backlash from it or it worked for the Brady Bunch. Yeah, it did. It did. It worked for the Brady Bunch. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it was a bunch of them. Yeah, it did. It did. Um, but see, they was already together. I think the Grady Bunch was already one big family. You know what I'm saying? But see, and now you might have, and this ain't no shot at nobody. It's just me speaking facts because hey, I'm in the loop with people too. I got kids, and they all ain't by the same person either. But this is just speaking facts. I just want to give a clause out there to people now. But now you might meet somebody that got 4 kids by 3 different daddies. Or you meet a man who got 3 kids by 3 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? And every holiday look like you kind of having a custody battle with somebody trying to meet up with them to get the kid, meet up with them to get that kid, meet up with them to get that kid. Now here's the question: is it wrong to have a preference? Because to your point, that's their preference. Now the question is it wrong? Is it wrong to have a preference when you're talking about these types of things? Because that's what we are really talking about: preference versus um, prejudice. I'm sorry, my mind went blank for a second. Because that's what we're really talking about. Because if a woman says, "I don't want to date a man with more than 2 kids," is she shallow? You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about if a man say 3 baby daddy is too much for me. Some people might say he insecure. Like it goes. Now that's the issue. More than one baby mama or baby dad. See what I'm saying? But see, if that's so much the issue, like, or is that particular individual, is they just shallow or is they insecure? Because maybe they feel like they gotta compete with the prior or the ex baby daddy's baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Or is there just somebody knowing their bandwidth? You know what I'm saying? Somebody knowing how much they could put up with, somebody understanding how much they could tolerate, somebody understanding how to adjust their life to that particular aspect when dating someone. You know? So we in the SIP. We in Mississippi. We in that cricket level. You feel me? And what we like to say down here is, you know, don't bite off more than you can chew. Unless you got some water nearby. You know what I'm saying? Don't bite off more than you can chew unless you got some water nearby. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hate the phrase, and you hear a lot of people say this, and I hate when people say it, and people say, "Oh," even people that talk about themselves, they be like, "I come with baggage," and I hate when people phrases kids as baggage, because to me, kids are one of the most precious things in this world. You know what I'm saying? To have and to create and just to want to mold into whatever or guide them into whatever they want to be. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people say, "Oh, I do come with baggage." Yeah, and I just hate that because I don't consider kids as baggage. But anywho, before I get off on another rant, but let's make that clear. Cause like I said, to me, kids are blessings. You know what I'm saying? But we are talking about kids, so kids require time, money, energy, patience. and some coordination too. You know what I'm saying? Like it requires these things. I don't think it's a reflection of the person with the issue. I just believe that there are more chances of drama. Okay, 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 okay. This is why I like the conversation right here. Okay, so I'm gonna pause right there where I was. What to do in my head, my mental thought where I was. Bam. Okay, so so you said I don't think it's a reflection of the person with the issue. I just believe there are more chances of drama. So if you believe that there's more chances of drama, now you are saying that there is a should be a limit on kids when dating. And then my thing is, okay, now you gotta factor in what type of person am I dating? Because if they allowing drama to come, and is that the type of person that you want to be with anyway? You know what I'm saying? Because if you dating somebody and they got kids and they business is in order, it shouldn't be no drama anyway. It shouldn't be no drama at all. If they business are in order, if they not still fooling with the exes, they not still communicating secretly on the side, or you know what I'm saying? Because at that point, what type of drama will come? Now you do got some unnecessary drama where you got some parents that don't believe that that don't believe that. Trying to say it the way I don't want to say it. I need to say it the other way. You do got parents that don't want people to say nothing to their children if they're not their biological parent. You know what I'm saying? So now if you talk about drama on that aspect, then I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because some parents are like that. But see, at that point, that's where whoever the parent is that you dating has to step up and be like, hey, what to do? This is who I'm gonna be with. La 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 la. Boo bop bam. This is how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? At that point, that's what they have to be on that side. So hold on. Not necessarily a limit on the kids, but the different baby mamas or daddies. So what you're saying is not a limit on the kids, but a limit on if you have multiple. Say you got 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies, then that's a problem. Or if you got 3 kids by 3 different baby mamas, because I think I am Aries, I'm pretty sure you're a woman. So if you're saying 3 kids by 3 different baby mamas, then that's an issue versus if you had 3 kids by one baby mama. I can see where you're coming from with that. I can see where you're coming from with that too, though. But like I said, according to what type of man this is, it shouldn't be no issues anyway, because all that should be addressed um, um, with them kids' mother. Because especially if both individuals know there's no chance of getting back together, what to do, you're not swindling me, I'm not swindling you, right? We're not texting outside behind nobody back, and there's no chance of us getting back together. Then it shouldn't be no, in my opinion. In my opinion, I know it's certain circumstances out there where it still happens, but in my opinion, if it's covered on the front end, then it shouldn't be no drama. Um, because me, I think I've done a great job with my kid's mother. Like I haven't known it to be no drama behind my kids' mothers and someone that I'm dating. I hadn't known that. If it has been some, I had no knowledge of it. It had never came to my ear. And so that's why I said a lot of times if we as men or women, if we fix them issues before we decide to date, then will it be drama or will it create even another issue? Because it shouldn't, because I've already corrected that beforehand. I've already dealt with the issue before you even came into my life, before I even thought about moving on. You know what I'm saying? So will it be a issue then? Some women are mature and some are jealous or ignorant. Now that is true. And it ain't just women on that. It's some men too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some men too that out there that don't want are jealous or ignorant. But see, my opinion, excuse me, my opinion on that is them are the ones that are jealous or ignorant are the ones that feel like or have been given a false narrative that there is still a chance that we might have something, or there's still a future that we can still sneaky link, or we can still um, have something behind the back of whoever you're dealing with or whoever I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Them I feel like are the ones that get jealous and to be ignorant in them times. Because if I'm not with you and we've already established and you moved on too, what do you have to be jealous of? You know what I'm saying? Like if you moved on, I moved on, what do you have to be jealous of? It's already should be nipped in the bud because we all should be on the same page. You got somebody, I got somebody. Shouldn't be no jealousy there. It shouldn't be, but like I said a while ago, it's always these certain instances where these things are still possible to happen. Now I ain't saying this 100% proof to where this has never happened. I'm just saying, from my opinion, some of the stuff that happens shouldn't happen if some people have they stuff in line or lined out a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But and the thing about it is, while I'm on the subject, thing about it is, for men or women, like you're not just dating that person, you're dating that person's schedule, the school pickups, the birthday parties, the dating the dating child support. You know what I'm saying? Like you dating emotional attachments that aren't really fully dead, you know. And then to your point, I am Aries, if this individual is not mature enough to handle that, then a lot of times we don't need to step into it. Now, people still step into it that ain't mature enough to handle a woman or a man that already have kids, right? But here's where it gets spicy. Um, some folks be having standards that they don't qualify for, you know. Like I can't come out here and say, I can't come out here and say I got 4 kids by 3 different women, and I want this woman to, I want to meet this woman or be with this woman who have no kids. You know what I'm saying? Like granted, you can meet some women out there that don't want no kids. I'm not saying it ain't possible. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm speaking on is standards or guidelines that we put in place to say, okay, I want this, but I'm sorry, and guidelines put in place to where you say I got this, but I don't want them to have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's like unrealistic. That's like it's like playing games and you ain't even got a full deck of cards. You know what I'm saying? Because how can you expect it to happen the right way? if your guidelines is already rigged. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's all I'm saying. But and then some women be out here, but they got 5 kids, and then want a man who got zero responsibilities, and they want all his money free. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes both ways. It ain't just one sided when we talk about man or woman, because we've seen in today's society, you got men, single men out here with kids, you got single women out here with kids. So I'm playing both sides. I ain't playing one sex. It is what it is. It's both of us involved in this. Right. He might bring the girlfriend to the child's birthday party, and then all hell break loose. But see, and there you go again. Back to what I said. Back to what I said. If you handle that business beforehand, should it be an issue? If that man had handled that business with that woman, knowing that, hey, I'm bringing somebody with me, what to do? This is my girlfriend, fiance, who, whatever it may be, then it shouldn't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I should already be addressed that with you. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back now. I'm sorry. And that's what I was saying a while ago, like, because you don't want all hell to break loose. So a lot of times as a man or as a woman, you have to address the issue beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be there. You know? That's what I'm saying. Because let's be fair now. Let's be fair. Because see, the real conversation is about lifestyle and I think alignment. You know, because here's the truth that I think nobody really wants to say. Every additional child increases the complexity of the situation. Hey, just talking grease, it is what it is. We gonna speak the truth. Like a person, like if you meet a person with one child, most people say that's easy. What to do, that's easy. You meet a person with 2 child, most people say, yeah, that's still easy too. But when you get up to 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and the more the additional children that it takes or that's added on to that person that you're trying to date makes it more complex. And I ain't talking about I ain't talking about the value or the worth of that child. Or that woman. I'm talking about or that man. I'm talking about the complexity of the relationship that you are gonna try to build. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about it. If that person got one child, that's one personality you gotta blend with. That's one. That's easy. That's easy for most people to find out a personality of one child and build off that. That's easy. But think about 3. Think about 5. You know what I'm saying? Think about 7. I'm just throwing numbers out there. You know, because people still have 7 kids nowadays too. So I'm just throwing numbers out there. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't walking into a relationship. You at that point you're walking into uh uh uh. I'm trying to say this nice. You're walking into a culture. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to think about, just to say you're a woman and you meet a man, and he have 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? He got 10 kids. Now you trying to be with a man and you got to learn 10, you got to learn 11 different personalities to gel well in this family. You know what I'm saying? Like the complexity of that would be insane because every one of them kids would be different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some of y'all ain't ready for that culture shock. We're gonna be honest. I ain't ready for it. I ain't gonna forget saying some of y'all. I ain't ready for it. With them in it, let's say we talking about 10. If I met a woman today that had 10 kids, you see the title, run away or stay. I'm running away. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I still love you as a human being. I still love kids. But I'm running away. I'm just being honest. Just putting it out there. I'm sorry. But that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you won't get mad at me. Hopefully we can still be cordial after the fact. But I'm gone. Bye-bye. See ya. Yes, Thursday. I'm gone. Like the wind. Let's just say gone in 60 seconds. You feel me? I'm out of there, bro. I'm telling you. And I hope that, like I said, at the end of the day, I hope we can still be cordial after the fact. But now I'm finna talk to the fellas because it's a thing that we tend to play with on this type of level too. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm finna talk to the fellas real quick. So once again, I got tongue tied. Once again, the link is pinned in the chat. Right? As you come in, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please drop a comment and share the live. You see it on the bottom. We like, comment, and share, bro. Like, comment, and subscribe. Mississippi Sector. My IG is Talking Breeze. If you want to hit me up, you can hit me up. If you got a topic you want to talk about, hit me up on IG. Hey, and we'll talk about it. You feel me? That'll be my next topic if you want to. But I barely dated. I briefly dated a man with 10 kids. I ran like Forrest Gump. It was too much for me. And that's what I'm saying. And the thing about it is, these are the conversations we have in private. Like a lot of times we don't have these conversations in public. But because a lot of people feel like, oh, you taking shots at me, whoop the do, this is that is this. It ain't a shot. We just speak in reality. Now, you got some women or men out there that can handle that. That can date somebody with 10 kids and be great. And they can have a healthy relationship. She can learn the kids. She can blend with the kids. But everybody ain't ready for that. Me, TG, I ain't ready for that. I can't handle it. I got no problem blending with mine because in 2026, these personalities with these kids are so different now because there's so much different stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't handle it now. But hey, my hat's off to whoever can. You know what I'm saying? And evidently, I am Aries couldn't handle it either because she ran like Forrest Gump. When he broke out his braces, you see what I'm saying? She was getting it. She was getting it. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. I ain't got no reason to apologize. I apologize, but no, it's facts. See, these are the conversations that we got to stop being afraid to talk about and talk about them and be okay with the outcome or be okay with telling the next individual, I'm not taking a shot at you, but this is just reality. This is just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're gonna talk about the fellas real quick for a second, you know. And fellas, let's keep it honest. A lot of men say they don't want to date kids. I mean, women with multiple kids. A lot of men. I don't hear a lot of men say that. I mean, facts. A lot of men say they don't want to deal with women with multiple kids. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men feel like they calculating in the back of the mind. They calculating up stuff. You know what I'm saying? They calculating, can I discipline? Can I discipline that child? What to do? What, you know, at that point, what would the baby daddy think? You know what I'm saying? Or they thinking what me, because men want to come first most of the time. So now I need to figure out, am I going to be able to come first? If she got multiple kids. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then some of the men, hey, am I finna start having to pay for stuff that ain't even mine? You know what I'm saying? So some of these men are thinking this in the back of their head, and they like, do I really want to date a woman with multiple kids? You know? And to be honest, those are real concerns. I can't get mad at nobody. If you feel that way and you feel like those are concerns of you, then can't nobody judge you. Can't nobody say you wrong for that. That's just how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But here's the deeper question. Are you afraid of responsibility at that point? If you're asking the question to yourself, are you afraid of responsibility? Or are you afraid of competition? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it ain't even about the kids. Sometimes it's about knowing you'll never be the center of her world. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman and men, you know what I'm saying? But we talking about the men right now. I'm sorry. So we talking about the fellas. But a woman, them kids, they world. I'm talking about normal women. Now. I ain't talking about the one that give up their kids that don't care about them, what to do. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that actually take care of their kids. Because some of them out here, we know, but we ain't gonna go there. But for the most part, them kids are that woman world. And a lot of men want to be that center. You know what I'm saying? But when you come into something that you wasn't a situation that you didn't make, then sometimes that bond was already there. And you can't break that bond and become the center of that bond. And some men don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even mad at women about that because at the end of the day, that's how it's supposed to be. The kid's supposed to be a woman world. You know? Who gonna get mad at that? A real man won't. Because the real man wants you to care about your kids. He wants you to protect your kids. He wants you to love your kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody that don't love their kids. You ain't gonna love my kids then if you don't even love your kids. You know what I'm saying? Now, ladies, I don't think y'all was exempt. I don't know why y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna get talked to, but we walking down through there in the shop. Now, ladies, I had to take a swig of that good old juice. You know, some of y'all say, I hear this all the time. If he can't accept my kids, he can't accept me. True. Very true. I have no problem with that statement. That's a very true statement. Stand on it, 10 toes down, 20 toes down if you stand hard enough. Stand on that. If he can't accept your kids, he should not be able to accept you. But also understand not everybody built to be a parent. You see what I'm saying? That's a calling. Not everybody built to be a parent. And if y'all catch it on to me, I'm saying parent. It says step parent because I don't like using it. I don't like step. I don't like putting that word in there. So if you listen to me, I'm gonna just say parent. You know what I'm saying? That or we can say that. I don't like saying the word step. You know, but a man a man shouldn't want to break that bond. They should respect it and create a bond with her and her children. That's true. But see, listen to your last statement. The last part of your sentence, and create a bond with her and her children. See, for some men, they want that bond to be just him and her, and then her children, separate, not together, separate. Because some men want to be that world for that woman. You know what I'm saying? Them would be the ones that try to break that bond. If they come in and they see that they can't be your whole world, or it don't revolve around them, you know what I'm saying? Them be the ones that try to break that bond. But I do get what you're saying, and you're absolutely correct, though. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody ain't built to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? And that's emotional labor. Most people underestimate, and we just being true. Like you gotta love kids, you know, that may not love you back. I don't know if a lot of people hear that. You got to love kids that may not love you back. You got to show up to games where I'm talking about nobody is cheering that child name but you. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to invest in lives where you might not even get a permanent title. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me, like you got to like kids ain't light work, and it's getting harder and harder because of the way society is. But it's not light work. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna go down too much of that road. That's a whole conversation for another day. But now let's talk numbers. If you had your preference, is there a magic number? You know what I'm saying? If you had your preference, is there a magic number? One, two, three. And at four, I think you start to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? At four, I think the questions is starting to come up. And a lot of them, not just brief questions. You trying to dig deep in when they get up to four. But I don't think there's a universal number. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's about. I don't think you can get a random. I mean, or do this equation and get a ratio of who or what the exact number is for this type of thing. Because some people you got to think about. You 25 with four kids. That hit different than somebody that's 42 with four kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of the same thing because that 25-year-old grow to be that 42-year-old with the same amount of kids, but it's the age at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta factor in, if all the kids by the same person, that hit different than for a different person. You know what I'm saying? Like the context matters. The context matters. You know, see what people really mean when they ask, is there a limit? Is at what point does the past decision making affect the future opportunities? At what point do the decision that you make affect where your future can go? Now that's the uncomfortable part. You see what I'm saying? Because dating in the marketplace and whether we like it or not, it's excuse me, whether we like it or not, it's a risk. And children create permanent ties. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can get in these relationships and jail with a child right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? You introduce them to their child, that child like them, they like their child, whoop de whoop, they got a great bond. The next 6 months, y'all separated. You know what I'm saying? And for children, that's almost permanent. You know what I'm saying? Because they still see that person around at the grocery store, at the local Dollar General, at the Dollar Tree, at KFC. You know what I'm saying? Like I made that rhyme. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's good. I got this. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna want to go up to that person. They're gonna want to speak to them because kids don't forget when they're younger. They remember who kind of makes them happy or who they feel like they might have some respect for or who they feel safe with. You know what I'm saying? They remember that. And when they see that person, they're gonna want to greet that person. They're gonna speak to them. Like that's why I say kids create permanent ties. It's the ages of the children for me. See what I'm saying? So now you saying it's the ages of the children, okay? So why so do you have a definite number of a definite age that you stop at? You know, if it's the age of the children. You know what I'm saying? What if you meet somebody that got a 3 month old? You know what I'm saying? What if that happens? Do you talk to him? Or what if you meet somebody that got a 30-year-old? Would that be cool? You know what I'm saying? Or if you meet somebody that got a 15-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what age are you saying? Or in your preferences that you stop at? So the number of kids don't matter, the age matters. But I do know you said 10 was too much, so would you take 9? Nah, I'm just asking. Will you do 9? You know, but I do want to know what age you're speaking of for kids, though. Like at what age range will too young be for you? You know what I'm saying? At what point would that be uh, too young for you? But yeah, like I was saying, um, yeah, them kids create permanent ties. You know what I'm saying? So if you dating somebody with 5 kids, you gotta really understand that their life is already full. Their life is already full. You know what I'm saying? So you just fitting in. It's gonna be hard to come in and rearrange something. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to do that. You just gonna fit. You just gotta get in the fitting room and fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like some folks want to build from scratch. Some folks okay with joining, something that's already established. And neither is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because like we said earlier, like I Mary said, it's a preference for each individual, you know. But you gotta know which one you are. You have to know it. You know what I'm saying? And like now let's dig a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper. We're gonna dig a little bit deeper, and then we probably gonna get on up out of here. We gonna be on here for almost an hour. What to do? Unless somebody come up on this panel, we probably gonna get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But if nobody come up, we probably gonna get on up out of here. But anywho, um, once again, the link is pinned in the chat. Please hit that like button, subscribe button. My Instagram is Talking Greasy. Hit me up for a topic. But we're gonna dig a little bit deeper because sometimes we judge single mothers harder than we judge single fathers. Sometimes we do. Is it right? No. But we do. Why? Because society tends to praise a man for stepping up to his own kids, which I don't understand why, because that's what he should do anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should be doing. You shouldn't need no validation or no praise or no or be glorified for something that you should do anyway because you the one about that child in this world. You know what I'm saying? But questions a woman's choices for having them. That's where we get the double standard at. And that's being real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen people praise, dads for stepping up. The mamas didn't do what they weren't doing what they supposed to do. What to do, the dad stepped up. Bam, I got the kids. I'm single. What to do? Watch me do this, watch me do that. You know what I'm saying? And got praised for it, like commended for it, you know. But like I said, in the same breath, we question as a woman's choice for having kids. Like I've seen people question people's choices. Why this girl got 7 kids at 30? Why this girl got 5 kids at 28? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? But let's not ignore another truth. Because men, and we just playing stats, we just playing statistics now. Men get less custody most of the time. Okay, most of the time in the society that we're in, most of the time the system are just how things fall. Most of the time that woman has more custody than a man. Most of the time. Sometimes it's just you got the rare instances where some of these women just don't want their kids and the man has to take over. He has to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But statistically, men get less custody. Okay? That's the facts. So when a man got multiple kids in different homes, that means he have to split that. He have to split his time, especially if he have none of them at home with him, he has to split his time across the cities, across the town, whatever it is, however far they're apart. He has to split that time. You know what I'm saying? And then that affects availability for each individual child. It really do. Oh shoot, here we go. Comments just stopped coming through. Oh my God. Oh. I don't know what we had. I don't know what we had. That be so. Okay. Nah, I don't see nothing either. I don't know why I be doing that. I thought. I mean, that be StreamYard sometimes. YouTube. I don't know. One of them be tripping. I don't know. I don't know why I be doing it, but it definitely be doing it. You know what I'm saying? But, but hey, that one came through. That one came through. You know, but that affects the availability for each individual child. You know what I'm saying? When you got multiple kids across the cities, across towns, what to do, whatever, however it is, that affects that, And it's hard to be a relationship that every other weekend you in a different zip code. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go here, you gotta go there, what to do. Um, right, it'd be like that. Yeah, it do. You know what I'm saying? And that affects it. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's not about shame, you know what I'm saying, but it's about the facts. Right now, we just talking facts. We ain't talking we ain't talking to bash nobody. We just talking facts. Now, unless you got all your kids in the same town, then that's different, or the same county, because you can go pick up one kid, go spend time with the other, or y'all spend time together. If all y'all right there together, man, then it's not a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in close proximity of each one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's where it gets real. Some of y'all don't want to partner with multiple kids because, in our Aries, I'm gonna go back here. Um, like you said earlier, drama. Some of y'all don't want that because of the chaos, and that's fair. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never said I'm not a drama type person. I'm not a chaos type person. I try to stay away from that type of stuff. Um, that stuff ain't fun. It ain't enjoyable. And nowadays, what to do? We see what a lot of people like to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but ask yourself, and this is me. And I'm sorry, but ask yourself, are you peaceful? Mm. Ask yourself, are you peaceful? You can't say you don't want the drama and then mess around to be the main character in every argument. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say you don't want the drama and then you the main character in the argument. You know what I'm saying? And then you can't say you don't want complexity if your finances are already missing. You know what I'm saying? And your emotions are already out of whack. You know what I'm saying? All that has to be in order. Your emotions gotta be regulated. You know, so because most of the time kids tend to amplify what's already there too. They do. Think about it now. Kids tend to amplify what's already there too. Like they don't create dysfunction, but they will expose it. Kids are expensive. If somebody paying child support on three different households, that's disposable income. That's different. You see what I'm saying? Now we on a whole nother type of level. That vacation money, that date night frequently, you know what I'm saying? That investment portfolio, like it's impacted. Your finances are hit when we talk about kids. So when somebody says, I don't want to date a man with too many kids, sometimes they really saying, I want that financial freedom. Or I want all that money to myself, or what to do. Yeah, Lord. They kind of don't want to share, you know? And that's just being honest. But now, emotionally, dating someone with multiple kids requires patience too. It requires some patience. You can't compete with bedtime routines, with whatever that mother got, whatever that father got. You can't compete with that. That's sacred. That bedtime routine, that's sacred. You can't get mad because she's tired or because he's tired when both of them just worked all day and now they gotta come home and see their kids because they're single parents. You can't get mad at that. You can't demand spontaneous trips when he or she gotta coordinate babysitters across two different counties. You know what I'm saying? She in one county, the friend that she trusts is in a whole another county, and she got to call and see what she doing. But you want it to be, hey, I just want to pick you up and go. Like you can't expect that when we're talking about single parents. It has to be planned out. You got to watch out for the kids too, though, because sometimes they will try to sabotage a new relationship because they want their parents to get back together. Hey, you is right about that. Now. I can agree with you on that. But see, there again, uh, but you are right on that one now, because some kids will do that. Now, I don't think I've ever seen it firsthand. I don't think I ever had it happen to me. I don't think my kids ever did it to anybody. I don't think so. You know, but that is a thing now. That is a thing. So I have heard people talk about stuff like that. So it definitely is a thing. Um, but then well, I don't know because then you gonna run into the possibility of asking a woman or a man to choose me over their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that wouldn't be good neither. You know what I'm saying? So if them kids try to sabotage it, it's almost just it's almost just time to get out of there. Just take your loss on that one and just try to find somebody else. Because the next step from that would be asking them to choose between you and the kids. And if you're a person that loves kids or know how it feel to have kids, you wouldn't even put that person in that type of position. You know what I'm saying? Just anybody speaking, not in general. Not just you. I am Aries. I'm just speaking in general. Because I would, if I cared about kids, like I say I do, and I meet somebody and their kids try to sabotage it, like I'm not gonna ask you to choose between me and your kids. Like no, mm-mm. No sir. My daughter did it to her father. So your daughter, my daughter did it to her father. Oh, okay, okay, I get you saying that. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, I mean, well, hey, maybe your daughter. I mean, the age matters too because according to what age they is, then I should be able to sit you down and have a conversation with you, like, hey, there's nothing gonna go on between me and your mother again. So let's get back together will not be a thing. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I should be according to what age they is, I should be able to sit down and have a conversation with you. But yeah, nah, but see, that's tough. That's tough, then. Once you get in a situation like that, that's a tough one. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to do in that type of situation. Because I'd be in shock at first because I'd be like, what? My daughter done what? No, no, you ain't gonna tell me my daughter done that. Like, nah, I'd be shocked at first when it first happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That'd be a tough one. Yeah, that would be a tough one. I don't know about that one. But hey, I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably ain't dating her no more. I mean, it ain't funny, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure he probably ain't dating her no more. And then he might be, but that would mean he would have chose her over his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because that daughter, a lot of times, according to what age they are, them kids like to see results. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's something they get passionate about. They're gonna want to see results. And the result in that instance will be leaving that other woman alone. You know what I'm saying? So everyone that he dated, she told them that I was crazy and I was out to get them. She was between 11 and 13. Oh, wow. Wow. Now, 13, we finna have a conversation. Because if it's that happened the first time, yeah, 11, 13, after the first time, we finna have a conversation. It shouldn't, now, every time after that, it shouldn't, every time after that, we got to figure out uh, what we doing wrong here. Because we done had this conversation about this situation. Now, you shouldn't be doing this again because I've already told you me and your daddy would not be back together, or me and your mother would not be back together. So now, now it has to be some disciplinary action because uh, I've already had this conversation with you prior to this happening. So but that's crazy. I hope you ain't crazy though. I hope you ain't crazy. You about to get there. Did you get them? I'm sorry, that ain't funny. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's wrong. She had them shook and they left. And that's what I was saying a while ago. Most of the time, in them type of situation, you almost have to leave. If you got any morals in you and you care about kids, because at that point you're gonna ask, it's almost like you saying, I need you to choose between me and your child. And what man, I mean, a real man gonna choose his child every time. He was gonna choose his child every time. A real man is, a real woman should. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm pretty sure they left. You got them people over there shook. Oh, man, you the big bad wolf out here in the streets, ain't you? Shook. No, I was glad that he was moving on. So y'all didn't get back together? Y'all didn't get back together? Your daughter, her thing didn't work? It didn't work out for her? Y'all probably got back together. She done that multiple times. Y'all probably got back together. For at least a little spell to even try it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. No, we didn't. Okay. Okay. He worked for you, baby girl. She tried. She tried. She tried it. She done it multiple times. She real adamant about that. She gonna try to get her mom and daddy back together. I mean, for for the most part, that's what kids want to see. They want to see their parents back together, But sometimes they don't. Right? Sometimes you just don't get that second chance. You know what I'm saying? To do that. But uh but at that point I think maturity is required, you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna what was it, man? Okay, yeah, now we're gonna flip it. Now we're gonna flip it. Now we want to think from our side, okay? So what if what she said? She is 24 and still to this day she jokes about getting the family back together. Hey, she gonna pull it off. She gonna pull it off. She ain't giving up. 10 years later, she's still on it. Yeah, she ain't giving up. Yeah, you probably gonna get back with that man so your daughter can be happy. Well, gonna get back with that man so your daughter can be happy. She ain't letting it go. Uh, she want her mama and daddy in the same house. And I can't say I blame her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I wish everybody could grow up with both of their parents in the house. So I can't say I blame her. It's not gonna happen. I be saying the same thing. It ain't gonna happen. We ain't going back. We ain't going back. We try to go forward. We ain't going back. Mm. Happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But think about now. What if you had the kid? What if you the one got the kids? Would your energy change then, or will it still be the same? Or would you want grace now? You know what I'm saying? Or now you want to understand it because now you saying my kids don't define me. You know. But if you chose not to talk to somebody because of a certain number of kids, ain't that what you just did to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Now here's my opinion in this whole topic, okay? There shouldn't be a universal limit, but there should be a personal um, honesty with yourself about it, because you got to know what you can handle. You know, you got to stop dating people and then want their life to shrink to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to stop dating because some people date what they call projects. You know what I'm saying? They'll date these people and think they can mold them into what they want them to be. You know, then you got to stop dating potential that require you to let's just say require you to babysit grown adults. Like if for some people don't want blended families. If you don't want a blended family, then don't get them. It's some women out here that ain't got no kids. You gotta search for them, you know. But if you do, then you gotta do it with your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Because here's what nobody ever says. When you date somebody with kids, you're not just choosing them. You're choosing the school system. You're choosing the exes, the in-laws, the trauma history, like the parenting styles, like the what comes with the holidays. Like you choosing the emergency contacts, like college trips, tuition, like when you bring your two lives together, with or without kids, that's a merger. You know what I'm saying? You are merging them two lives together. So whatever was on each other's plate now becomes on both of y'all plate. It's not a situationship. You see what I'm saying? Like most people get it confused. They feel like, oh no, it's just a situation. No. No, when you have kids involved, it can't just be a situationship. And that merger requires a lot of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it. And now let me ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all something. Is the hesitation really about the number of kids? Or could it be about, accountability? Because sometimes people see multiple children by multiple partners and they question judgment. And that's real. But then what happens is growth happens. Because one thing about it, we can't fix on a person's past dictating or predicting their future. You know what I'm saying? But I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, patterns do." I mean, but you got to think about it. Somebody got 6 kids, that's 6 people, and they still blaming everybody else. That ain't bad luck. Shit, that's your lifestyle. See what I'm saying? Like we all got deal breakers. Like some folks don't like smokers. Some don't date outside their faith. Some don't date outside their race. You know what I'm saying? Some don't date long distance. Like some people only date certain people with a certain amount of income. You know, but kids are just another category. But because children are emotional, people feel attacked. It ain't attack. It's alignment. But let me put this scenario out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you meet somebody fine. I'm talking about fine. I'm talking about Hollis Berries. I'm talking about Gary Union. I'm talking about Neil Long. I'm talking about ooh wee, yeah Lord. I'm talking about Megan Fox. You know what I'm saying? Megan Good. I mean, see what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about these type of women. You meet them, they fine. You know, energy right, y'all vibing, real good, chemistry crazy. You know, then you find out they got 4 kids. They all under 10 years old. They got 4 kids, all under 10 years old. Now, now you're at a moment to where you're asking yourself, do you actually want to help raise 4 children right now? Now, if the answer is no, that don't make you evil. It don't make you a bad person. It just, hey, it is what it is. It just makes you self-aware. You know what I'm saying? But what's evil is if you're somebody and you pretending to be cool with it, but then you resent them kids later. Now that's evil. That type of damage lasts forever. That ain't just no one and done. That's until death do us part. That type of damage lasts forever. So maybe the better question ain't should there be a limit? Maybe the question is, do you know your capacity? Do you know the muffin man? No, let's stop playing. Do you know your capacity? Because you could be in love with everything inside of you, but that ain't gonna overload the capacity. The passion that y'all have ain't gonna overload or override the logistics. You know what I'm saying? And the chemistry and the vibe, they don't pay that gas fare to take them to school, that daycare, bill monthly. You know what I'm saying? And I hope if anybody listen, they don't feel judged. Like, please don't. Like, you can have 10 kids and still deserve love. That's not the issue. You also got to accept that your dating pool might be narrow, though. And that's just life. Every every choice narrows or expands your options. That's just it is what it is. That's not cruelty. That's consequences. You know. But now to my blended families out there is making it work. I salute you. You know what I'm saying? My hats off to you because that takes maturity. You know, it takes communication, compromise, consistency. You know that sometimes that takes most of the time that takes swallowing your pride when the eggs show up. It takes budgeting, discipline. It takes emotional intelligence. You see what I'm saying? Like, but let's be honest. Some folks use kids as a shield. They say if you can't handle my kids, you're not real. No, no. Sometimes them kids are bad, and sometimes misalignment is better than it's discovered early. You know what I'm saying? But it was about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, that's me and my content right there, bro. If y'all got the panel is open now. Let me drop the link again. in the chat in case anybody want to come up, chop it up while I get ready to get up off here because I done ran my content. So, hey, like I said, if anybody on here, by the time I got done, I'm probably gonna be ready to jump off. But if somebody, the link is pinned in the chat. Please hit that like button. Please drop a comment. Hey, once again, this is Mississippi Sexton. You see my Instagram, Talking Grease. If you got a topic you want to talk about, you can hit me up on there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I done ran my content. Now the panel is open. So, hey, whatever. Now, hopefully everybody enjoyed the content. Hopefully everybody got something out of it or felt some type of way about it. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be, bro. Life be life. Feel me? Welcome to the show. But yeah. So, like I said, now I'm just trying to catch a little vibe before I get off. Like I said, I don't ran my content, so but like I'm gonna give about a couple more minutes. I'm gonna see if anybody gonna pop up. If they ain't, then we just gonna finish this thing off and we gonna wrap it up for the night. I'm trying to work on my schedule once again. Probably Sunday, Tuesday, to Thursday. It's probably gonna be my schedule starting out. Try to do it at 8 every night, every night that I'm on. Sundays might be a little bit earlier. This we kick back Sunday. Sometimes we be a little long-winded on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So that might be a little bit early, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to rock 3 days right now. See how everything transpires, how this goes over. But like I said, other than that, the link is pinned in the chat if you want to come up. If not, we finna get ready to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that tapped in. Appreciate everybody hit that like button. Appreciate everybody that commented. You know what I'm saying? The love is real. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Okay, well, there my minute. I waited. See if anybody gonna come up. So when anybody gonna come up, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. So my closing thoughts on this topic. You feel what I'm saying? There shouldn't be a universal limit. But yes, there should be personal standards. And whatever your standard is, you need to own it without disrespect, without being judged, without being clowned, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? If 2 kids is your max, say that. Stand on it. If 5 don't bother you, say that. Stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't shame folks for having a preference you don't share. Because dating already hard enough. You know what I'm saying? In 2026, dating already hard enough. We don't need extra guilt layered on top. Asked about question. Huh? Asked about what question? Asked about question. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe all of it didn't come through or something. I don't know. I just asked about a question. Excuse me. Let me know what you're talking about. I am Aries. Let me know what you're talking about. Because we don't need extra guilt layered on top. Like we need honesty, we need maturity, we need people who understand that children are blessings, but blending lives is serious business. You know what I'm saying? And down here in the South, we always say, bro, if you can't carry the weight, don't volunteer for the load. You know what I'm saying? So before you fall in love with somebody's smile, somebody's body, somebody's intellect, somebody's hair, somebody's vibe, ask yourself if you can love their schedule. Ask yourself if you can love their responsibilities. What if you get into a relationship with someone and she wants you to discipline her kids? Do you take the initiative? You have to. I think you have to in that situation because she might be the only, I mean, you might be the only discipline she have. You know what I'm saying? That she can lean on or depend on. So, and then if you're gonna get into that relationship with that woman, and you're gonna say, okay, these are my kids too, also, then you should treat them as if you're kids because most people should discipline their kids. So, if you get in that relationship and now you're looking at these kids as your kids, then you should be treating them the same. If you should be willing to whoop your kids or discipline your kids, then you should be able to discipline her kids too. And it should be vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It should be the man also giving that woman the ability to discipline his kids also. So yeah, if that happens, excuse me, if that happens, yeah, that man should by all means discipline that child because um, that woman is asking him to do that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think she just asking him to start drama or create chaos. She probably asking him because she has probably ran out of forms of discipline or ran out of people to ask to help discipline her. I agree. Yeah. So that man should very well take that initiative, you know, because if he, especially if he's trying to blend that family, then that's gonna be just as well as his family as it is hers. Um, it's a look on both of y'all, not just her no more. Because now the world gonna see y'all together. It ain't just her child no more; it's y'all child. You know what I'm saying? So now he should be disciplining them as is, as if it's his own flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I that's my take on that. Like I think it should happen. Um, so thank you for agreeing with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but what was that? Yeah, yeah. Also, yeah. So when you say this or look for this, you gotta realize that you have to fall in love with that person's schedule. You have to fall in love with that person's responsibilities. Um, you have to fall in love with their reality because because dating someone with kids, I don't think is really about the number. It's about the lifestyle. If you can handle it, if you can handle it, you go all in. If you can't, you run like Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? And it's just and they're just being grown. I ain't saying run without actually having a conversation with the individual. I mean, leave, but actually allow them to know why you left too. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just run without telling them. At least allow them to know why you felt this way or why you did this. Because I mean, you are different. You human. You all have a preference. So I mean, a person can't be mad at you because that's what you felt or that was your desire to leave because of said thing. You know what I'm saying? That's being grown, giving them the respect of why I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's about um yeah. So like I said, that's it on that. That's my closing thoughts on that. If you watching the replay, please drop a comment in the comment section. But other than that, like I said, thank each and every one that came on. Thank each and every one that commented. You know what I'm saying? That liked that hopefully was shared or that we even subscribe to the channel from this video. So if you're fooling with the content, fool with it. If you're not, the view still counts. So appreciate you for that too. Um, so like I always said before I get up out here, man, you know, if you got somebody you love, go tell them, go hug them, go kiss them, go do whatever you gotta do. Because what someone's going through today, you can very well be you tomorrow. That's all I got. Good night. Good night to you too. I am Aries. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that, I'm out of here, man. Y'all be blessed. Stay prayed up. Stay out the way. See you later, Greasy Gang. Yeah, Lord.